of 10,000 tons, and the length can reach more than 200 meters. And today there will be the closure on the sky of this bridge, and two sections of the bridge will be combined. This is really difficult. Today we've got our guest, the Party Committee Secretary of China Railway Number 9 Group, Mr. Zhang. Can you introduce to us briefly of the work being done here? Because many of our viewers and netizens are really focused on this. This is the overpass of Siping, and it's the first time in China we use the single cable section. It's very professional, and the blue part is the main span, the main structure. It's 75 meters high, and it's the highest in China. So the main part is the blue part. It is as high as 75 meters. And there are also the white pillars. These are the cables the stake cables to support the cable's tower. And look downward, you can see the red words. These are the concrete. And behind the boards are the steel structure. And now this bridge is under rotating. Because this process is very slow, as the weight of the bridge is 25,500 tons, it takes time for it to rotate. And with other equipment, it totals about 30,000 tons. And this rotation will move for 90 degrees. And this bridge is very important because it runs 15 railway lines like the Simei Railway and Beijing Kazakhstan Railway. It runs 140 kilometers. We are not so familiar with this project. As we heard, this bridge connects two districts in Siping city, so it's a super project in Siping. After the completion of the bridge, the transportation in Siping will be smooth. In the past, it took 50 minutes from the east to the west in this city, but after the completion of this bridge, it has been shortened to 15 minutes. So you can see this really supports the transportation in Siping city. And now our director will show you an animation. That's the video to introduce this super project in Siping. After watching the video, you may have a clear idea about this project, of its construction and the rotating process. There will be 6 lanes and also pedestrian lanes. It adopts the technology of beam stake cable, and it runs several lanes in Siping. It also runs through the Beijing Kazakhstan Railway. In total, there are 12 railways. And the width is 19 meters plus 145 meters steel. The total weight of this swivel bridge is 25,500 tons. And the length totals 223 meters. After the completion, the contemporary pillars will be dismantled, and there will be 2 ZLD 600 equipment, and this will track the swivel bridges together. Firstly, it will rotate for 3 degrees and offer the data for the later process. And we will ask for the approval from the railway department, and the weather also need to be fine. And there will be the anchor and other tool to help rotate this bridge. And once these are ready, it will rotate from the pier and the bridge. The total degree is 90. It will take 120 minutes for the completion. And they will move point by point. After the rotation, the concrete will be used to consolidate the bridge. Some netizens are asking questions. One is asking what kind of this bridge. Let me introduce to you. This is an unbalanced and it's the single cable face beam stay cabled bridge. So Mr. Zhang, some netizens are proud of China's bridge construction history because it's very profound. In history, we have already built Zhaozhou Bridge. It's also a bridge of arch. Actually, our ancestors also did research in bridges, and now you can see there were various bridges in China. So can you introduce to us about the types of the bridge, like Zhaozhou Bridge is the arch one, and this one is the stay cable one. Zhaozhou Bridge is one of the first most famous bridges in China. It's an arch one. It's made of stone. So with the friction of the stones, we can make it a bridge. And this bridge is the 7th generation of a cable technology. So when was the first generation of cable bridge invented? There are 48 stay cables here to support the tower. So this needs wisdom. The main loading function comes from the tower. Why we call it the 7th generation of cable technology? Because it has conquered various of difficulties. In the past, the cables were wide. And this is called GT type. And while making the cable tower, we fixed the type in the factory. And we divided it into several blocks and then transported it here and installed it. And dear netizens, as you can see, you may find the bridge is static, but actually it's rotating. The speed is very slow. What we are worrying about is if there is any mistake or problem occurring in the tracking system. And now we are witnessing the closure of this bridge. And this is rare to be seen in China. This swivel cantilever is 145 meters long, and the height of the cable tower is 75 meters, and the weight of this bridge is 3.64 times of Eiffel Tower. Can you introduce some highlights, like the most difficult parts of this bridge? So maybe brief us the main span. There were many people at the scene. Local residents come here to witness this moment, because this will release the traffic burden of the people from the west and east of Siping City. And we can also see some elderly persons, because this is really a huge project in China's bridge construction history. It's rare to see. How long did it take? About 1.5 years. This is unprecedented, so it is hard for us to learn from the previous cases. And here are some exhibition boards. It writes the height of the cable tower is 75 meters, and the cantilever is steel. Inside the tower, there are concrete, and the highlights of the project is the oval space. This is actually a shape of the torch. And because this project was under construction during the summer, and the temperature was very high and it was windy. So you see, under such a severe condition, we need to use so many professional skills. This is so complicated. In order to consolidate the bridge, this is the cable saddle. This is the cable saddle. The bridge will be two-way and 6 lanes. It has the stay cable structure. And this bridge runs the Simei lane and Beijing Kazakhstan Railway. In total, it runs across 12 lanes. And the width of the bridge is 259 meters. The rotating structure is 78 meters plus 145 meters, and the weight is 25,500 tons. The main structure of the bridge runs 223 meters, and the height of the pier is 10.8 meters. After weighing the swivel bridge, we offered other equipment to support the swivel bridge. Firstly, there will be a trial for 3 degrees so that to offer data for the later process. And we will also ask for approval from the Shenyang Railway Bureau and to block several ways. We will also clear the space and to use some equipment to track the cantilever so that it can be moved. The speed is controlled within 0.012 degrees per hour, per minute. After these are being done, there will be concrete to stabilize the structure. Dear netizens, if you have watched the previous live stream, you may watch the video of this bridge. Today we started from 6:30. Step by step, this bridge will be swiveled. And it will finish at 9:20. Just now we heard from Mr. Zhang's introduction. Actually, it will be easier to construct the bridge just from the starting point to the end. But why we make it a swivel bridge? Because this bridge runs several main roads. In total, it runs through 15 railways. So we cannot construct the pier. Because there are so many railways below this bridge, we cannot build a pier below this bridge. Also, if we continue the construction, this will also affect the traffic in northeast China. Dear viewers, you are watching the live stream from CGTN, and we are now at Siping, northeast China. Today marks the completion of a Siping overpass. Dear viewers, you are now watching the live stream from CGTN, and we are now doing the live broadcast in Siping City, northeast China. As you are one of the engineers, can you brief us some of your feelings or some words you want to express or to share with your friends or relatives? I feel very happy. That's my first quote. Because this bridge is just like a child, because I'm also a father. We built this bridge from the infant stage. So this is so happy. This is beyond description. You must feel very proud. On the other hand, I also said, to do our job, it is very harsh, very hard. We only stay in the office or in the land or in the canteen. So sometimes people feel pressured. But because there are so many young colleagues, most of them are actually young colleagues, so we encourage each other and we cheer up for each other. We said, you can do it. Yes, you can. So in this field, most of the people are male and they are young. Are there any conflicts among people during construction? Yes. Because of the job, of the work, we held meetings and consultations together, but sometimes we may debate. So for the most fierce moment, we may shout to each other, but we have the common goal. It's almost finished. Sorry for the poor signal. So can you tell us when this bridge will be in operation and what influence will it bring to the transportation in Siping City? This bridge will clear the way for the economy for southern part of Siping. This is Chinese tradition. We need to fire the fireworks when there is good thing happen. There are enthusiastic sound from the fireworks. This is the Chinese tradition. So even if you are building a house at home, once you are closing the top, you need to light the fireworks. Just now you said this will be in operation next year. Because in northeast China, the weather condition is poor. It is so cold. But for the construction of the bridge, it needs proper temperature. So we will stop the construction in the whole winter. So in northeastern China, the project will be stagnated for 4 months. After the completion of this bridge, we can see the seal is not long, is not wide. Sorry for the technological problems because we use the cell phone to live broadcast for you. And now as we are at the construction area, we can only use the 4G signal. You can see we keep moving here and there so that to seek for the good signal area. But still, sorry for the image or for the technological problem. The design of this bridge is a two-way 6-lane. And there are the stay cable technology. It runs through the railways of Simei and other railways, and also parts of Beijing Kazakhstan Railway. The main length of the bridge is 259 meters, and it has the concrete and steel structure. And the rotating part totals 25,500 tons, and its length is 780 meters plus 145 meters. The length is 223 meters, and the swivel bridge totals 23,500 tons. So after the completion, these contemporary pier will be dismantled, and there will be other supporting equipment like a ZLD 600 pressure system to track the main swivel bridge. There will be first a trying of 3 degrees, so that to offer data for the later process. And this will also need the advance approval from the Railway Bureau of Shenyang. We need to choose the fine weather and with less than degree 5 wind, and also to use tracked equipment. And the rotator's diameter is 1,300 meters. The speed will be controlled within 0.012 degrees per minute, and the whole process for the rotating will be within 120 minutes. We will move it point by point. After the completion, we will use concrete to stabilize the swivel part. Dear netizens, this so difficult overpass of Dongfeng Road, Siping City, now is closed. It's completed. Many of our netizens want to know about the development of Northeast China. So can you brief us other projects in this area of China? There is another rotating overpass in Siping. That's also to connect the west and the east city. It's also in the main traffic region. So after these two bridges' completion, the traffic in Siping will be vivid and developed. And we also have a bridge in Shenyang and another one in Changchun. I feel very proud and excited because infrastructure construction matters in terms of economic growth. Once there is the infrastructure, there can be vehicles and transportation for goods. As we did this live stream, can you also speak some quotes to our viewers? Thank you. Thank you for your attention to our railway group and also to this project. And we have another bridge in Siping, which totaled 23,500 tons. That is relatively smaller than this one. But that is another highlight. Hope you can pay your attention to that bridge. So I got your idea. You want another live stream of that bridge. We will try to do that. Thank you. I'm today's reporter, Zhao Wenbing. Thank you for watching.